Hey guys, Greg Christensen here, Grandview Livestock. I was just out here looking over things, and these are the sheep that we moved on the last video over here, and they're pretty content right now. Kind of nice seeing the dogs just looking over them. There's a lot of lambs here. We don't have any clue how many, but we also know that there'll be fewer and fewer as we get closer to market. That's just the way it is. I like to see what they're eating in here. I've seen some of them over there picking leaves off of that hedge sprout. I don't know where she went now. And this pasture has a few of those hedge sprouts in it. You can see this one here. And they picked some of the leaves off of it. There's no goats in here right now, and looking back, we should have put some goats in here. We did it last year. We should have put some in here after we did our spring work. Just let them get in here with the sheep. We don't normally breed our goats and sheep together, but I don't know, I know some people that have. I'm going to check with them, see if it caused any problems. Some people say that the goats or the sheep will try to breed the other species, and they'll settle, but then they'll abort, and then it messes up your breeding season. But I don't know for sure if that's true. Maybe you all have some insight to that, or some experience with that, or know someone. See, there's a ewe over there eating that sprout, that hedge sprout. She just ate a little of it. Now the goats, if they were in here, that'd be the first thing they'd eat, and they'd walk off that one. They'll go just right to the next one. She just went over to eat some more grass. It's not their preferred forage, but they will eat some of it. Here's some buckbrush here. And looking at it, I can see that they've eaten a few of the leaves off of it. Again, if there was goats in here, this stuff would probably be the first thing they'd go to also. I mean, they like buckbrush. And this time of year when it's all leafed out full like that, they probably have it all defoliated. You know, if you had a few of them in here, they'd just go from one place that has this buckbrush to another. There's a lot of fescue in here. There's some orchard grass. I don't know if you can see that the head on it there is different. See? Yeah, everything here is about going to seed. There's some brome. You can see that. It's got a thicker, wider leaf on it than the fescue, but it's at least not as waxy looking. And there's actually, I think, a couple different types of fescue in here. There's looks like your Kentucky 31 style, but then there's this one here, and I believe that's called red top fescue, or it's what it's called around here. Anyway, I don't know the official name for it. And of course there's a few of these. Just, I don't know what kind of weed that is, honestly. And the goats or the sheep have taken a few bites of those along the way. So here's a hedge tree, and you can see how the bottom of it is defoliated more than up there where the sheep can't reach. And that's another thing about goats. They can they'll stand up on their back legs and they'll get those top leaves off of this shorter one here. And there's places, and they even sometimes they'll even eat the bark at certain times of year, and they would kill that out. We've got places that we had a lot of these little sprouts like this, and they kill them out over the years, and then we put sheep there, and well, some of the sprouts come back. This is one of those places actually, and so now you can see. I don't know that you could ever kill these sprouts out where they would never come back again. I mean, they've got all the competition of this thick, heavy grass in here, but yeah, they still come back. That's a plum up there. I don't know. I know goats would eat it. I don't know what the sheep didn't look like they bothered it any. There's about 25 acres in this little pasture, and we didn't bother this year about strip grazing it. We did that last year. You know, you just got to evaluate those kind of things by the amount of labor force you have, you know, what time it takes you, and as you string up 2 wires for sheep or goats, it may or may not be within your labor force. We decided just to let them have this. We won't be here this long. There's, I don't know, 250-ish ewes, and then however many lambs they have in here. And then they'll just get moved down the road. It's only about a half mile to the next pasture, and it's about another 25 acres there that will be on for I don't know, a week or 2 or 3. I mean, we have so much forage this year. We've had a lot of rain, and it's good for the forage, but it's kept us out of the field planting soybeans, and we had some corn that we probably would have replanted, but now it's getting later and later. We probably just have to leave it. It's just not going to be that great. There's some more orchard grass there. There's a little bit of it in this country. There's not a lot of it. It's usually, you see more of it as you get farther north in the northeast Kansas. But there's places it's kind of come up as we have grazed this and rested it and grazed it and rested it. It's gotten more prolific here. That's even some native type of grass coming in. Probably some big blue stem. Yeah, we saw it. Didn't used to be any of that big blue stem in this pasture, but it's kind of come back now as we've rested it more. Not continuously grazed it. But I used to just have cattle that would stay here all summer. There's some more of it. It's a good mix in this pasture, and that's what people ask me, do sheep and goats, do they get the endophyte poisoning like cattle do on fescue, you know? And yeah, I would say that they do, or they would, except for the fact they eat a more variety of things, see? So we've got, if you have variety for them, see that ewe there, she's eating that buckbrush. Well, it dilutes out the endophyte that she's probably picking up as she's eating the fescue here. I'm sure it's in this pasture, but where they have variety to eat from, and it doesn't affect them as bad. But I'm sure it's still detrimental to them in some regard. But you never see a sheep or a goat standing in the pond. I've never had one lose a switch on their tail. Like you'll see with cattle. I've never seen them get what we would refer to as fescue foot. Just from that's from the lack of blood circulation that gets to the extremities. With one of the symptoms of the endophyte is fescue foot because of the circulation problem that it causes. That's why they stand in the pond also, and they don't shed their hair very good. Well, it's good visiting with you again. I just wanted to take a look and see what was going on over here since we've got them moved over here. So y'all have a good Memorial Day.